All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more Snarky J. She came out with another video, and enjoy you guys enjoy these videos of me reacting to Snarky J. Now, the girl knows her stuff. She's a true fan of superheroes and the lore and stuff like that. And she's also one of the unhappy fans that Disney has been doing to Marvel, what Disney has been doing to Marvel, and Star Wars for the past 4 years, well, longer than that. And yeah, this girl knows her stuff. Okay, I enjoyed the last few videos that she put out. And this is Marvel's future looks bleak. Disney destroys the MCU at D23. Okay, and that's a nice poster, by the way, that she got. That Deadpool and Wolverine in the back. That poster she's standing right next to. That's a cool ass poster. I like that. Um, yeah. How I felt about D23, like the only thing I saw was exciting about D23. The only thing that I'm looking forward to from D23 is the live action Lilo and Stitch, which I love Lilo and Stitch, one of my favorite animated movies of all time, and Toy Story 5. And that's a whole nother video, so I don't need to explain that. But yeah, without further ado, this girl knows her stuff. She's very intelligent, very beautiful woman. Get over to Snarky J, tell her Champagne Big Rose sent you. And without further ado, let's get right on into it.
I don't know if you've ever had an ex that you just sort of grew apart from, and then you ended up finding them on Facebook or Instagram years later and found that they've made a whole host of weird decisions and no longer look like the same person you used to know, but you also don't care enough to ask if they're okay. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Marvel.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, that's happened to me. Yeah, I experienced that. Uh, for example, I was talking to this badass chick in high school. You know what I'm saying? I was a freshman and she was a senior. Okay? Yes, your boy had game like that. But we had the same classes. Okay? We had the same classes. So, um, yeah, she was when I tell you she was so cute. Like light skin, like you know, light skin, tall, thick, hazel eyes. Man, she was sexy. She was. But long story short, just to keep the story short, things didn't work out. We ended up going separate ways. And she now I saw her on TikTok not too long ago, and she looks entirely different. Entirely different. She changed her. She got a certain piercing that makes her look unattractive. She's like bisexual now. She's like, I mean, if that's what you want to do, go right ahead. She wasn't attracted to me anymore. I was like, all right, whatever. But all right, let's get back to the video.
Hi y'all, Snarky J Cosplay here. As of the time of this video's recording, Disney's D23 Expo was just last week, and of course, Disney used D23 to advertise all their upcoming projects, very few of which look interesting at all, but perhaps worst of all is the upcoming lineup of films and projects from Marvel. And right now I'm using my clairvoyant abilities. No wait, that one means crazy. That's accurate too. I'm using my clairvoyant abilities to determine the fact that most of you are probably thinking, shut the f up, Jay, you're a Marvel hating grifter, blah, blah, blah. Listen, babe. First and foremost, Marvel was literally not just my life, but also my entire personality and also everyone around me's problem for a very long time. I was there for all the midnight releases, I had all the merch, I did all the cosplays. I was committed. Marvel and I were serious. We were exclusive. We'd met each other at all the cosplays.
Wow. She looks really good. She is a, see, diehard fan. You know what I'm saying? Who is what? Wait, what character is this? If she did play one of these characters, if she did get casted, I like this one. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
I was committed. Marvel and I were serious. We were exclusive. We'd met each other's parents. It was a whole thing. But then Endgame came around and I thought, okay, this seems like a natural place for us to either take a break or just part ways. But Marvel didn't know how to quit. And to be honest, I kind of quit. I didn't watch a lot of the stuff that came out immediately after Endgame. And of course, I would be super unfair to not acknowledge how absolutely amazing everybody's reaction to Deadpool and Wolverine has been. However, that has not caused me to forget all the bullshit with She-Hulk, the Marvels, Eternals, Secret Invasion, and a number of other projects that just sucked. But after D23, Marvel is done. I'm sorry. It should have ended with Endgame. I mean, seriously, let's take a look at what they teased at D23. But first, a word from this video's sponsor. After all my complaining about canceling Disney...
Okay, she said Marvel should have ended at Endgame. Okay. The way how things went and the way how things was going, yeah, probably ending things at Endgame or after Endgame was probably the best bet. Was the best decision. But she said it herself, Marvel didn't know how to stop, you know. I mean, what they could have did was, you know, they could have just... Listen, they had tons of comic book series. There's tons of comic books back in the day they could have went off of. Tons of stories, tons of lore they could have went off of back in the day. But, you know, really, to be honest with you, you want to know when Marvel started going downhill? When the MCU started to go downhill, you want to know when it started? When Stan Lee passed away. When Stan Lee passed away. Think about it. The last cameo that Stan Lee was in was Captain Marvel. Alright? But that wasn't actually Stan Lee. That was like a CGI replica of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Stan Lee was in Endgame. I don't think he was in Endgame. Y'all can comment down below. Was he in Endgame? I don't think he was in Endgame. I don't know he had a cameo in Endgame. But let me tell you something. If Stan Lee was alive and well right here, right now, he would have been stopped all of this stuff that Marvel's been putting out. He would have been stopped all of this stuff. He wouldn't even approve all of this stuff, okay? He would have read your mind and said, nope, get it out your brain. Ain't happening, all right? Bro, okay. All right, let's move forward. I mean, like, I may be on to something here, you know? So, I may be crazy, but, you know, I'm just saying, you know, it all started when the MCU started to slowly go downhill when Stan Lee passed away. Okay, so.
Captain America Brave New World, which I don't think looks particularly good. If it's following on the heels of the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, that was genuinely one of the bigger disappointments of my life. And listen, I know you're technically not allowed to say this, but I've always been of the opinion that Bucky's brief time as Captain America in the comics was genuinely one of the cooler and more complex decisions they've ever made, and I very much wanted to see that as the fourth Captain America movie, and that's not what we're getting. Then we got got to see a little bit more of Fantastic Four. Of course, you guys all know that I have spoken very highly of Pedro Pascal on a number of different videos.
Hold on. Let's go back. Hold on.
Fantastic
Go
Four.
back. Hold up. Let me move my camera right here. Y'all see this suit? Y'all see that suit? That's the suit that they're going with. I think the Fantastic Four movie is taking place in like what, the 60s or 70s or something, right? I think it's supposed to be like take place back in the 1900s, I think. But if it ain't, but even if it is, like, come on, let me tell you something. If this is gonna be the Fantastic Four suits for all four of them, let me tell you something. This is trash. I don't care no. This is trash. I don't like it. I really don't. It's too much white. It's too much white. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like a sports team. Looks like some of a high school sports team would wear or something. Like, nah. I don't like it.
Of course, you guys all know that I have spoken very highly of Pedro Pascal on a number of different videos. However, I still think he's the wrong choice for Reed Richards. The other casting choices are okay. Still can't get behind Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and this picture makes it all the more obvious, especially after we got to see Chris Evans as Johnny Storm again in Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm sorry, what the f is this suit? I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. I don't like it. I don't think this movie's gonna be any good.
Yeah, see? Look at that. You see? That's a better picture of it. Look at that. Look at that suit. I don't barely know anything about the Fantastic Four, right? Even I know that suit is trash. Like, come on. Listen. Okay. I don't like trashing other people's stuff. I really don't. You know.
I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. I don't like it. I don't think this movie's going to be any good. The fact that they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Doctor Doom just further cements the idea that this is all going to be shit in my mind. But okay, let's move on, right? Surely this has to get positive at some point. Ironheart. That's still happening? I thought they announced that years ago and then canned it. I mean, I don't know that I have any specific issue with it, but also, is anybody asking for this at this point? If you asked for Ironheart and you're excited about it, please let me know in the comments, because I don't even know why this is still happening. Then we've got Daredevil Born Again, and this is one that hits so close to home, and I'm genuinely terrified for, because we've talked quite a bit about this reboot of Daredevil after, of course, it was super successful on Netflix, and then they basically made him a walking sex toy for Jennifer Walters and She-Hulk, and now it seems, okay, they brought back Jon Bernthal as the Punisher, they've got Charlie Cox, they've got Foggy, they've got Karen. It could be good, and now we know that Disney, if the right hands get involved, can put out something that's past PG-13, maybe even R-rated, and could be good. I can say that I'm a little bit excited for it, but at this point it's more cautious optimism than excitement. And last but certainly, actually not least, it is the least, Agatha All Along. Again, I don't get why this is happening. I'm sure that a lot of people feel that I should be excited because Aubrey Plaza, my apparent twin, is in this. I could not care less about this show. I didn't think WandaVision was all that good a show, so I also don't see why we need this Witches Coven Marvel series. I'm gonna have to watch it for the channel, but everything I've seen about this series so far looks not just insufferable, but also uninteresting. I mean, guys, seriously, I can't be the only one seeing this, right? Back in the day, they would give us those announcements out of Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con, or even these conferences at Disney, at D23, and it just seemed like we were screaming the entire time. There were team-up movies and solo projects and great shows and all these announcements that were genuinely exciting, that seemed good, the kind of thing that you would be waiting for the release of and looking for teasers and bonus content, and none of this is inspiring to me anymore. And I said it the other day in my review review of Deadpool and Wolverine that I briefly thought maybe I was just getting too old for this, but no, I'm still a dork and I love all this stuff. It's just the fact that they're incapable of producing good and exciting content these days. Marvel has been on a steady decline since Endgame. That much is obvious. And the two blips of light and joy are basically based entirely in fan service with Spider-Man No Way Home and Deadpool and Wolverine. But it's clear Marvel is never gonna go back to those glory days because honestly, they just don't want to. And that's all from me. I've been Snarky J. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Well, alright. That's all. Get over to Snarky J. Tell her Champagne Big Rose sent you. And yeah, I definitely get what she's saying. I understand, you know, and sometimes I feel bad for these YouTubers who are so these Marvel fans who are so disappointed at what Marvel has become, you know, and they are absolutely done investing their time with watching any more projects they put out. They really don't want to watch it, but they said they have to do it because of the channel. Really, to be honest with y'all really don't have to do it. You know, listen, YouTubers, y'all have more power than y'all think. If y'all don't acknowledge them at all, or don't give them any power, or don't give them any money, they're eventually they're gonna stop. They're either gonna stop, make a big change. They're either gonna stop and make a big change, or they're just gonna stop the whole thing. Period. You know what I'm saying? Just call it quits, hang it up. You know, just scrap it. You know, just end the company, whatever. Which I hope that's not the case. I want them to keep going. I want Marvel to keep going. You know, I really do, because I like superheroes. Stan Lee is one of my inspirations to making superheroes, you know, and I want Marvel to succeed. Like I said, I don't like trash. I don't like trashing people. I don't like trashing stuff. I don't like telling people like, oh, that what you did sucks. I hate it. Like I just don't like. I just don't like doing that. I don't like hurting people's feelings. Like I just don't. I mean, I do. I mean, well, I wouldn't say I do like it. It's just I'm not that type of person. That's not my go-to thing. You know what I'm saying? Like like I can be straight up with you, but I'll say it in like a nonchalant way. You know what I'm saying? But but personal people who I know straight up, like who I know personally, you know, or people that know me or who I joke with or who I hang around with and stuff like that, yeah, I'll be straight up with you and stuff like that. But if I'm just meeting you and stuff like that, like, you know, if we're like I'm gonna tell you if I don't like something that you're doing, and if you really like it, I'm gonna tell you in a nonchalant way, like, hey, that's you may wanna rethink that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but hey, but yeah, man. I pray Marvel get stuff back together, but if not, then a wise man once told me, all good things must come to an end. So yeah. Marvel was a good thing, and it may be coming to an end. Maybe. Uh, yeah. Well, all right, man. Post comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Please leave a like, subscribe, and share. My book, The Prodigy, is out now. Look at the description down below. The Prodigy 2 and 3. And yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And see you guys on the next one. God bless. All right. What's next?